they just haven't proven enough to me on the Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and these other guys, because there are bad examples of people who have gotten the deals after 3 years, and I think one of these guys, or maybe both, could fall in that category. So think Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray and a couple other quarterbacks, but these two are two prominent young quarterbacks, right?
Yes.
In the NFL, who are they want a new contract, right? So they're on their rookie deals, and neither quarterback has received that new deal from their team. All right, you got Kyler Murray, who is sort of doing some weird new things that we haven't quite seen from quarterbacks, putting out different news and things like that. And he had his agent come out and put out this letter on social media.
He did. I mean, his first move was a couple days after the Super Bowl, he stopped following all Cardinal related stuff and removed it from his social media, which was just a weird passive aggressive move. There was no the way the season ended, there was no known beef between him and the team. And this is a team that kind of went all in from him being on the rookie contract. They got, D-Hop on a trade. They signed James Conner. They signed J.J. Watt. They went all in to win, and they crap out in the first round of the playoffs. And it didn't seem like there was any beef. And then he does that, and then he releases a statement from the agent, which that's a fucking terrible idea.
It is, man.
Like, in the age of social media where you control your own platform, whether you want to go live and speak, from your own mouth, or whether you want to formulate a post in your own words, it's there. Nobody's preventing you from doing that. To go to an agent is just really kind of like a weird, passive, nonsensical move to me.
It's one of those moves where it's like, he doesn't want to be in the forefront screaming that he wants a new deal or he wants more help, but he thinks it's going to make a difference.
If your agent's talking,
it's you.
That's all it is. I mean, he is the money guy.
So
he's not a friend. He's not, that's just terrible, man.
And it's one of those things where it's like, if it's not your voice, then why are you not stopping this, and why are you not firing him, or whatever the case may be?
There's no good move there. That's why I said it's terrible.
What it comes down to is, if you're a team, are you giving a new contract to Lamar or Kyler Murray? Are you going to, give them the $40-50 million that these guys are getting, i.e. Josh Allen most recently got his deal, and things like that?
As it stands right now, I would go all in with Lamar. I think he's progressed. He's absolutely breathtaking to watch. And he's doing everything right. I mean, he plays hard. He's controversy free. He's a good leader of that team, and I think that I would do that for him. I'd reward him with that. I'd be comfortable with Lamar being the face of my organization. Kyler Murray, if you asked me in week 8 of the regular season, I would have said yes, the same. But after the passive-aggressive nonsense of the last couple weeks, I have serious reservations.
Right.
I think that professional quarterback is the most difficult position in all of sports, for a couple reasons. Now, you take a basketball star. He controls everything. 1 of 5 on his team, 1 of 10 on the court at any given time, plays offense, defense, transition. A quarterback plays half the game. That's it. His impact is not complete in that regard. It's got serious restrictions. But culturally, the game of football puts tremendous attention on the quarterback. And when his team wins, he probably gets more credit than he deserves. And when his team loses, he probably gets, more heat than he deserves.
Right.
I think it's almost like, pre-Trump being the president. You have to truly be the face of your organization. You got to be good on and off the court or field, and that matters. And what you're seeing from Kyler Murray, the football performance is fine. It's not perfect, but it's fine. But this weird stuff, that's not becoming a face of the franchise guy. Stand in front of the camera, speak your piece.
I wouldn't give a new deal to either one of them.
Really?
Yeah, both are, they both were partly injured last year, and I know, traditionally, whatever, throughout their careers, they have been surprisingly healthy, especially Lamar, before this last season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know he was hurt last season, but they just haven't proven enough to me on the Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and these other guys, because there are bad examples of people who have gotten the deals after 3 years, and I think one of these guys, or maybe both, could fall in that category, like Carson Wentz, like I said, like the guy from the Rams, Jared Goff, things like that. These guys get the deal early. This is the first year that they're able to get that extension, right? But they're under contract for 2 more years, and then they can get franchise tag for 2 more years after that. So technically, they have 4 years left on this deal. So it's like, what is I'm talking about from a team perspective.
Organizational
I'm not
standpoint.
in a rush to prove more to me. I've put so much around you, Kyler, and where has that gotten us? Have we made it to the second round of the playoffs?
Well, I mean, but this is a team. I mean, the other thing you got to look at, this is a team that had basically, back-to-back top, 10 picks. They were garbage before he got down there. Now they're a playoff team, and they're compelling.
Barely.
I mean, like I said, up until he got nicked up in the second half of the year, they were, I think, 10-2 at one point. They looked very good.
Yeah, but these guys, they want to be a part of the quarterback game. And what I mean by that is every year, the new quarterback tops the quarterback who got the contract from last year. That's what these quarterbacks want. All right. And they're not good enough to be a part of that game. They're not good enough to say, okay, I want X amount more than Josh Allen, who just got his deal last year. They're not on that level. They haven't proven that much.
Okay, I would say this. I mean, Mahomes is the gold standard based on age and
That's
performance.
why I didn't really bring
Josh Allen is probably of the young guys number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't disagree with that. But, if I'm either one of those guys, I'm not going for the Mahomes deal because, that's stupid. I don't know exactly what Josh Allen's deal is, but that's my target. I would say, the critique of me, if I'm Kyler, if I'm Lamar, is I run a lot and there's this fear I'm going to get injured. Well, Josh Allen runs a lot too.
Yeah.
Is it because he's white? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
I would do that parallel. Now, Josh could say he's a little bit more accomplished in playoff performance than the other two. But I'm not saying they have to automatically beat those deals. But if I'm the Ravens, I know a quarterback has a certain value. And Lamar has earned to be in that value, not necessarily to beat Allen, but to be there. You can't shortchange him, and I don't think it's a good move organizationally or culturally to hold your franchise QB hostage for 4 years.
That's not a good business move, and that's not a good recipe.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
And so I'm comfortable right now paying Lamar, probably something less than Josh Allen. I don't know what his specific demands are, but I'm sure the demands are going to start above that.
Yeah.
And that's why you negotiate.
Yeah.
But Kyler Murray has had, for me, a terrible offseason the way he's conducted himself.
Right.
And that calls into question, is this really a face of the franchise guy? And he did have one social media post that kind of appeared to be in his own words and kind of said, I'm not about the BS. I'm here to play and whatever. It was clearly a face-saving gesture. But, bro, you dug a hole, man. You got to get out of that with more than a few words.
No, you do.
And but who's somebody's that, like let's talk about Carson Wentz. He was getting hurt, early. And that's a red flag. And I was never sold on him personally. I don't think he has a great personality. I wouldn't put him near Lamar as a guy.
You wouldn't, but he had that near MVP season.
He did.
And he got hurt towards the end. That's the year he got the contract.
Right.
But, so...
And they paid him.
That was just a dumb move. That was a dumb move.
And Goff was a dumb move. I mean, again, I don't know who else.
Well, he made the Super Bowl, but he wasn't compelling. He wasn't. Yeah, you knew it was a defense.
They trade him less than 2 years later.
You knew.
That says everything.
Yeah, you have to know.
Are you